Hi YouTube! So today I'm just doing this really highly requested video. A lot of people, I just spit at you guys again. A lot of people have been asking me about how I cured my back acne, and I've been saying that I was going to do this video for the longest time, but today I'm actually going to do it. Sorry, my hair is like really frizzy. I just decided to turn the camera on and kind of talk about this to you guys. It's nothing where I have to really prepare for. If you guys don't know, I used to have really bad back acne. My back acne is not cleared up at all right now. I still have a lot of scars, and once in a while I'll get like one pimple or something. But for the most part, it's pretty under control right now. And I mean, I suffered from back acne ever since like I was a sophomore in high school, and it got really bad when I was in my senior year of high school. So I've suffered with back acne for about like 5-6 years already. And about a year ago is when I kind of cured it, I guess. So yeah, let me tell you a little bit about how back acne started for me. I honestly don't know how it started, okay? Like, it came out of nowhere. I remember I used to use a lot of hairspray. So every time I sprayed, I think that it's because the hairspray touched my back and it just started back acne. I don't know. And I used to also have chest acne, but my chest acne went away by itself after a while. But my back acne, I had so much. Like, I would never really go to the beach. I don't like wearing bathing suits. I don't like wearing open back shirts. Nothing, because I didn't want to show my back. I had over 60 pimples on my back. Yeah, like when I went to get treatment for it, they told me I had about 30 pimples on each side of my shoulder blade. So altogether I had about like 60 like cystic pimples, okay? I wish I actually did record a video after my first treatment, but I like deleted it because when I saw the video I got so disgusted by myself that I deleted it, and now that I look back I wish I kept it. My back acne was terrible, and I also think it has to do with cheerleading because when I had cheer practice, we actually practiced outdoors, and our coaches would actually have us lay on the cement ground and do our workout. So I think it has to do with, you know, my back always, because this was before I had back acne. I would always wear like tank tops like this, and I would just lay on the cement ground and just do like my exercises. So I think a lot of bacteria got on my back too, so that kind of started my whole back acne thing. My back acne got to the point where it was just so bad, and sometimes it would be so painful that I couldn't lay on my back to go to sleep. And I told my mom about it, and then my mom goes to this lady to get her facials, and the lady there told my mom like she recently had a client that came in that had like a back acne facial. That's what they call it. So basically it's like a facial but for your back. And yeah, so my mom asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, okay, I'll just go. Girl, why did I just do this? I was like, girl. Like, when I first went in, I had no idea that it was gonna be that painful. Like, I'm not even trying to scare you guys, but I guess it's worth it in the end through all the pain, because I don't know if you guys have ever gotten a facial for your face, but it is not a pleasant feeling. Especially when they're trying to pluck at your pores and stuff like that. It's not a good feeling at all. I don't know why people say, oh, I'm gonna go get a facial. Like, girl, that hurts. I don't ever want to go to a facial unless I had to. It's basically a facial for your back. So kind of like if you had acne on your face, they would use things to get the pimple out. You know, like you have to clear out the pus that's inside the pimple. Especially if you have cystic acne, you have a lot of pus that's inside that bump. So you have like a red bump right here. Pretend this is the pimple right here. So this is the bump that protrudes out of your face, and then here's like your, I think this is called your epidermis or whatever, like the first layer of your skin, and then basically underneath that is where all the pus and bacteria is, and unless you get that out, you're not going to be able to ever heal it pretty much, because if you get a regular pimple, those can go away with just like salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. But when you have a cystic acne, there's so much pus underneath that sometimes those medications aren't strong enough to get rid of it. So basically, yeah, that's what happened, okay? So I had to get a facial for my back, and this is how it went. It lasted 3 hours. It was a 3-hour pain, okay? I know after I said this, you guys probably won't want to unless your back acne was as severe as mine and you just can't take it anymore, like you just hate it so bad. So unless you really just hate it and there's no other way, you've tried everything, then, I mean, this is what I did. I even had back acne spray. I bought like expensive body washes for my back, and just nothing worked until I did like a facial. So I guess it's because the bacteria was so deep inside that there was just no way for it to come out. So basically when it went, I don't know what she did because I didn't record or anything and I couldn't see it because I was crying most of the time. Yes, I was crying. Like, the pain was so bad. I was laying there and I was crying. And I remember Wa was there with me and he was just sitting there and he, like, I remember him saying, like, it sounded so painful, like it was hard for him to listen to. But yeah, so you just lay on this bed and then I think she had 2 tools. She had like a needle where she would poke it, so basically like release all the pus, and after that she would kind of have to push at it and like scrape it out. And I know a lot of people say like you shouldn't pop your pimples because it will leave scars, but that was the only way for, well, at least that's what the lady told me. She was like, that's the only way you can get it out. I mean, you can get laser, but laser will only shoot it and kill the bacteria, but the bacteria will stay inside. The bacteria doesn't go away. I mean, it just dies inside the pimple. So, I mean, the only way to get all this pus out was to pop it and drain it. So that, I knew that I was bleeding a lot because I saw that she was using a tissue and drying it, and I saw like my tissue like with blood on it. It wasn't like drenched with blood, of course, it was just like blood on it. So I knew I was gonna scar because whenever you pop a pimple and you bleed, that means it's going to scar. So I knew it was going to scar, but at that point I was just like, I'd rather have scars and put Mederma on it to, you know, treat the scars than to have these pimples on my back, because it was so painful that sometimes my bra straps, like I couldn't even wear like strap bras because the bra would sit on where my pimples were, and it was so painful. So like at this point I really thought like, okay, this is all I have to do. This is all I can do, actually. So yeah, basically the facial, she just pops the pimple, drains out the pus and the blood, and so towards the end, after she did every single pimple, and it took 3 hours, she told me I had 60, like at least 60 pimples all over my entire back. And that took about 3 hours, and that was not it, girl. You have 3 treatments to go through depending on how bad it is. So she told me the first time was to clear out the pus. The second time was to get rid of any remaining pus that may form after I left that day. And then the third time is to, you know, kind of just condition it, I guess. I never went back for the third time because I figured I couldn't take it anymore, because the first time was really painful. So I thought, okay, second time, it's not going to be as bad just because most of the pus is gone. But girl, I was wrong. It was so painful. Like, even thinking back to it now, even the person I hate right now, yes, I do hate people, but yeah, like even the person that I really dislike, I don't even wish that upon her. It's that painful, okay? But actually, maybe it's because I'm not really tolerable. I can't really tolerate pain as good, I guess. Well, I can tolerate pain. Like, you can punch me and I can take it, but like, I cannot do needles. Like, needles are just the worst things ever. And unless you had a tattoo on your back before and you can handle it, then girl, go ahead. But like, I feel like this is even worse than getting a tattoo, because at least a tattoo is just kind of like dragging over the skin with a needle, or like poking of the skin with a needle. But this was poking your skin and squeezing like pus out. Like, I constantly felt like this squeeze and like stab in my back, and it lasted for 3 hours, so it was just horrible. But unless you're good with needles, or like if I mean, you've had tattoos before and you can handle it, it'll probably not be that bad for you. But with me, I am crazy when it comes to needles. So basically that was it to this treatment. So then, yeah, so basically that's how it went, okay? I'm sorry if this video disappointed you guys, because I think a lot of people thought that there was like a kind of like medicine I would put on my back to heal it, but I mean, I've tried everything and that just didn't work for me, and this worked for me. So yeah, I'm sorry if it was a disappointment, because now you feel like you have to go through all this pain. You can go and get laser, but I don't recommend it, because laser, from my like knowledge of laser, it's because it kills the bacteria and it keeps the bacteria there, so then it forms a really dark scar. And I can show you my scars now. Can you see that? I actually just got a fresh pimple right here. Lord. So yeah, I just got a new pimple. But yeah, right there, that's my scars. Most of it has faded already. Before, I had all these black dots all over my back. Most of my pimples are focused on like my shoulder blade area. So that's what it looks like now. I mean, it's not great or anything, but at least I don't have like huge cystic, like pussy pimples anymore. Let me show you guys the other side. This side has actually healed a little bit better, I think. Yeah, most of the scars you see, they're like right here. But I mean, overall, it's a lot better. So yeah, let me see what else I can tell you guys. Oh, so anyways, afterwards, for me to cure my scars, because it's been about a year since I had that treatment, and yeah, for now, I've just used whatever I wash my face with. I use Neutrogena Rapid Clear. It's just been helping the scars. So you can also put, I heard you can put Mederma and stuff, but I don't like having anything on my back. Like, even though people say, oh, excuse me. A part of me tells me that if I put stuff on it and then like I lay on it, or, you know, put a t-shirt on, and like it just rubs away the medication, for some reason I feel like it's going to contaminate it. So what I do, I just use that face wash, because that face wash actually helps with scars, I believe. So yeah, I just use face wash so that way I can just wash it off. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really do. Sorry if this video wasn't really entertaining. It was kind of disgusting, but and I'm just like talking and talking, so sorry if it's boring, okay? That's pretty much it of how I got rid of my acne, and now I have all these scars on my back. But overall, I do feel a lot better about my back, because now I can actually wear bras with straps on it. I mean, I know I do have these scars on my back, and it's probably not the most appealing thing ever, but I don't know, I feel like I've gotten so used to having back acne now that I don't mind what people think. Like, I still wear tops like this. I mean, I know I don't have a beautiful back like a lot of girls, but just a message out to everybody. Even if you have back acne, I know it could be gross, it could make you really feel uncomfortable and stuff, but I mean, in the end, if there's nothing you can do about it, oh well, you know. So I just kind of live with it now. I don't care if people look at my back and find it disgusting. Like, I still go to like parties and stuff, and I'll wear open back clothes. Like, I have all these scars over my back, but who cares? I mean, whatever. I can understand that if you had cystic pimples like all over your back, it is a little more, I don't know, a little more, it makes you feel a little more sensitive and uncomfortable, because you feel like everybody's staring at like the pus and stuff on your back, so I can understand that. But I mean, I could live with my scars now. I'm whatever, you know, I have all these scars on my back, who cares, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that even if you get like scars later on, at least these scars don't hurt like the pimples did. And I don't know, you should still feel confident. I mean, at least your back has came a long way, you know. Even if you had all these scars in the end, these scars are curable. It just takes time. Like, my scars have faded tremendously after this whole year. I just wanted to let you guys know that you shouldn't feel so insecure, because I remember at one point I was always crying because I felt so ugly and disgusting by my back. And I mean, who would have known, right? You guys would have never known I had all this like back acne. But at one point I would always cry. Like, it would always make me cry, because every time I looked at my back I felt so disgusted by myself. And I mean, I feel your pain if you're going through back acne problems. So I mean, this is how I treated it. You can go ahead and do some research and, you know, find a good facial lady to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. And oh, by the way, after your first treatment, I forgot to include this, but after your first treatment of your back acne treatment, I guess, after she pops out the pimples, you will have like a pepperoni back. It's so disgusting. Like, I remember I left the place and there was like blood on my back still, because a lot of the blood you couldn't wipe away because it was just sitting inside the wound. So I just want to warn you guys, like, if after your first treatment and you look at your back and you see like there's like all these holes and like blood on your back, don't feel disgusted. It will hurt a little bit, especially when you shower and like soap gets on it. Just try not to really put soap on your back. But yeah, it does look really disgusting, and at that point you'll probably feel like, oh my god, what did I just do? Like, it looks way worse than what I came in with. Because I remember that night after I left that the facial place, I was like, oh my god, like, I look so disgusting. And my dad made fun of my back. He was like, you look like you have pepperonis all over your back. So I just wanted to warn you guys, like, when you first leave, don't expect it to be all clear. It's like about a 3-month process for it to finally heal up. So yeah, I'm sorry. Let me know if you have any more questions down below. I'll probably make a part 2, because I know this is like a really like long process and everything. So yeah, anyways, leave a comment down below. Stop it! Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll probably make a part 2. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.